Hello, everyone. In the series of PowerShell commandlets, or basic list of commands that we covered, the commandlets that we are going to cover tonight are the Start-Transcript and Stop-Transcript. The Start-Transcript is when you want to capture the output of your information, whether it's inside PowerShell or inside Python or inside C, C++, whatever the software that you're using. Sometimes you produce some output, and usually you want to just get a report of the information or capture the steps that you're doing it so you can document it or send it to your teacher because you run your program, you want to send the source code as well as the output of your source code or the list of commands or the list of directory structure for whatever reason that you want to capture a screenshot of the data output. And then Start-Transcript is your friend, and the Stop-Transcript will end the Start-Transcript process, so everything is written to that file that you give it. This command is also on Linux and Unix provided, and it is called a script without the start transcript and this and that. And then you can also play the script later on, record it and play it, and then you can just run it that way. Obviously, when we get to time on PowerShell, I'll cover those one as well. But how to just play a script or something. But at the same time, today I'm going to talk about Start-Transcript, its parameters, and how you capture text file information. And later on, maybe you can convert it to a Word document or a PDF document. So you can send that PDF file to your boss or to your management or to a friend, a colleague, or a coworker, or as a student, you can send it to a professor or teacher that is asking for the output so you show your work. And so let's capture some information. There's obviously a redirection on command lines of operating system that you can send the output of information. But the start transcript is more than redirection. You can capture the output of everything, including the standard input and standard output in the other ones. Similarly, the transcript on the Linux side. So without further ado, I'm going to just go through the PowerPoint, which is the Start Transcript and the Stop Transcript. The Start Transcript is video number 20, and then the Stop Transcript is video number 21. So as you can see, the Start Transcript is video number 20, and then the Stop Transcript is video 21. But I'm covering both of them in one video, and I titled them as how to Start Transcript, the Stop Transcript number 20 through 21. So we're on session number 20 through 21, and then we're doing commandlets on PowerShell. And let's just show you the website that I have already posted on YouTube channel, which is called MyWebUniversity. And as you can see, there's a lot of video that's already posted, whether it's PowerShell, Python, C, C++, Unix operating system, Linux operating system, MySQL, Windows operating system, Bash scripting, tutorial on awk and knock and sed, and all those ones are all here. And this is for Tmax, this is for Fedora, and then a lot of PDF for PostScript, and thousands of PDF files also that you can generate it on the fly. If you go to my website, which is another resource that I built it for you, that you can come in on MyWebUniversity.com, table of content.html, you will see this book, which is online for you available. It's called The Direct Path to Linux Ubuntu. It has 14 chapters, and each chapter it's like almost another book. I have videos, I have documentation, I have examples that you can practice them and then play them as if you're sitting in front of a Linux machine. You can run Linux command and the output will show on your browser, including the PDF files. You can look at them here. And then, for example, this is all Linux and Unix related. this book, and that's why it's called The Direct Path to Linux Ubuntu. But on chapter 2, 3, 4, I also have documentation for you, and that is, for example, when you go to, let's say, chapter 3, in addition to showing these commands, like in a nice book kind of written online for you that you can practice them, you can also run the command and just get the output of it. Like df-h, you could see the output is showing here. And then on your browser, so everything is just at a click of a button, you can do it. For example, if you go to chapter 2 for basic, you can see like calendar command. This month, if you want to just get the current calendar, it shows that today is June 11 or 12, whatever it is, today is 11. So that is there. In addition, you can just also type in commands and you can get dynamically the output. So this is just today's date, June 11. And then on top of it, if you want to just go to, let's say, chapter 4, which is more advanced level commands, there's about 88 commands, 11 rows of 8 columns. 8 rows of 11 columns. That's 88 of them. And then for each of these rows, I have videos right here, video 1 through video 8 for 8 rows. And then you are welcome to watch them. And then addition videos and books on a lot of stuff, it's already there. But on top of it, if you're learning PowerShell, like I'm going to show you today, this is documentation for not only Linux and Red Hat and Ubuntu and other ones, but also about all the PowerShell commandlet at the time that I generate a PDF version of it. So you don't have to be sitting in front of a Windows machine to see all these PDF files. So for example, we're looking the start control F, start transcript. You can see that it is there, right? Start transcript. And then the stop transcript is also there. So I'm going to just say transcript, and then any command that are there, one of two, the start transcript is what will show up in the stop transcript. And obviously, if you click on the one for start transcript, you will see the syntax in PDF format. And I gave full credit to my website, MyWebUniversity, Python programming language, PowerShell commandlets, and then a free PDF, because I used these tools in programming languages to write this nice PDF file for you, and then it's just generated the output on the browser at your fingertips. So all you have to do is just come and start learning online. Everything is free for you. Similarly for the stop transcript, if you just do the same thing, like say, show me the stop transcript. So the first one was start transcript, second one is stop transcript, and then it will just tell you the stop transcript command here. So as you can see, I just generated that one in my Windows machine using this tools that I wrote in Python, and then I just generated this file. Then I put it in a nice format in a table for you here, available for you. I did also for Windows the same thing. So the Windows commands are all there. So for example, if you're looking at the set command, then you can see the output here. Similarly, if you're just looking at to read the documentation for you, read loud, and then just click on this.
Displays, sets, or removes cmd.x environment variables.
So I'm gonna go back on the Linux stuff. Also here you have Ubuntu, Red Hat, and then Rocky also. So if you're looking for Rocky, for example, 11,498 pages of a PDF documentation, all available at your fingertips. So whichever one you click on, this one, I'll just produce you the output of them here. Similarly for Rocky, Red Hat, Red Hat Enterprise, Rocky is Fedora, and Red Hat is also Fedora, but now they're two distinguished companies. One is open source, the other one is bought. Red Hat is bought by IBM, so IBM owns Rocky is a precedence of CentOS, the enterprise community enterprise version of CentOS was the community enterprise version of operating system that was 8.6 or 8.8 was replaced by Rocky about 2.5 years ago. So you can see that the documentation are all there. And then I gave full credit to Red Hat for Red Hat, and then Python programming language, a free PDF, and my programming tools that I used, as well as similarly for Rocky. If you can see that one of the man pages, if you look at it, I give credit for the Rocky manual pages because they have been written, the manual pages, and my job is to use the open source community to just write the tool for you, so you don't have to buy books and you can just learn it online. Everything is online for free at your fingertips. So without further ado, I'm going to do later this documentation. But I want to also talk to you about the MyWebUniversity in Farsi, that if you don't understand English, because originally I was born in Kabul, Afghanistan, until I finished my high school in Abibia High School, and I left Afghanistan during the Russian war. Then I came to Islamabad, Pakistan for 2.5 years, and after that went to New York, and then in New York I was attending City College of New York, and then moved to California, finished my Bachelor of Science at Cal State Fullerton, my Master of Science also at Cal State Fullerton, both of them in computer science, and 30 years. I've been doing this one for prestige companies, and I'm honored to be your mentor, helping you, and then make a lot changes in your life. And whatever I can do to help, I'm there for you. So whether you want to see the documentation that are hard to find or cannot afford to go to college, and then these are courses that I also taught at National University, Cal State Fullerton, Pasadena City College, Computer Learning Center. So I have the background, and I'm doing it for free here online. Please join us on the channel, and then make some nice comments so we all could and just get some help on it as well, and then help the community and make enhancement on your career as well. So let's just go back to Windows here. On Windows, you have a choice of whether you want to start integrated standard integrated scripting environment like ISE. This is called integrated scripting environment, not integrated standard environment, which is similar, but because it's a scripting environment, that's why it's called integrated scripting environment. So the current version that you see, if I say git post, that this current version does have the 5.1, if you can see here, is 5.1. Windows PowerShell 5.1, right? So this version allow you to do IC. The other version that we have here, that is 7.4, does not have IC. Let me just close these windows. I don't need that many open, but I'm going to just use this one. So now you can see this is PowerShell 7.4.2. and I'm on the current directory of program files, PowerShell version 7. So if I do a directory here, I can see a list of directory and git host, you will see all the environment. If I just make control plus, make it a little bit bigger, you will see it nicer here. And then if I maximize this one, I can run the commands on this directory or run it on the IC version of the IC, which is here. Either case, I could run it also right here, say get dash host. The nice thing about this one is a little bit more graphical versus the other one. So if I just run get host here, and then the output is showing on the bottom when you run it. Obviously, I can just resize this one since I don't need that many information here. You see that get host was the command and there. So if I make an object out of this one, say get host dot version, notice that every thing is tab delimiter, and then also I could just do that one and then run it and just give me the version information. So if I want to just capture this information, so then I can give it to my coworker, my boss, or my teacher or something, then how do I do that one? The command that you're doing it is just put in front of this one, Start-Transcript. And then notice that when I do tab here, there's a lot of argument here that I could pass on. So if I say dash, notice dash path, dash literal path, dash output directory, dash append. If I have the file, I want to append it, dash force. If I want to overwrite the file, dash no clobber, meaning that if the file exists, don't overwrite it. So a lot of these what if confirm, all these options are there. Which one you want to use is at different time, you will have a need for this one. If I don't give the path, it's assume the path, but I could give the path here and say, let's write it on the C colon demo, and then I'm going to give it a name of, say, output.txt, or just to distinguish it, say my output.txt. So that way I know that I saved this one. If there was another file, output.txt, I'm not gonna overwrite it. But I could also say that no clobber here, meaning that don't overwrite it if already exists. So then I could say, give me the host version. And this one will give me this information. And then in front of this one, I want to just say, let's say I'm gonna say $host. This $host is similar to get host, get dash host, and then I could just execute that statement, and then at the same time I could just make an object and then get the version, and then I could also say get dash host, and then make it an object a version dot build. So the build would be this 22.61. So the first one will just give me this. After the get host, get the first one, $host will give me this. I could run it on the console, or I could run all of them on this. And then now I say, okay, that's great. I just saved it. I want to just say stop-transcript. And then at this time, I just want to do that one. And then this is my list of commands that I'm going to execute. So this says Start-Transcript and dash path, that file name, and no clobber, meaning that don't override it if it already exists. Host name is the get dash host, or just $host will give me this output. And then this one will give me the version.build, and then Stop-Transcript. So at this time, if I just say directory of C colon demo slash my output dot text, then at the end of this stop script, I should be able to see the content of that file. So I'm going to just run all of this, and then let's see if it executed. Somehow it says that transcript is stopped, but see my output.txt was not there. So what happened here? Everything else executed, you can see here. So the Start-Transcript dash path, no clobber, it just says $host and then another one. So $host is that output, and then the next one is the build, which is that output and the version, and then this is the version of the build. And then the output where it says C colon demo my output. So this name is inaccurate because I save it my my output, and I wrote by mistake my output. That should have been the case right here. So now, because it is that file is there, if I just run it with dash no clobber, and that file was created last time, and then this one dash no clobber is going to fail. So let's just run it to see what output. You can see here dash no clobber, it did not allow it to write to it. So instead of dash no clobber, we're going to say just create it there with that name, right? So I'm going to say run it, and now this time everything succeeded because we did not give the name. And as you can see, the last file, it shows the dir command output here. And now if I just say here, I can also open it, go to the console on the demo directory, C colon demo, CD change on this, and directory of my output my output dot text. You can see that file is there. So I can open up Notepad and then say my output dot text. Since it's a Word document, a text document, I can see that the whole thing is here as Word. I don't need to just open it with a Notepad. If I just say start, and then since the extension is my output.text, is the extension is .text, automatically it associated as a notepad. So let me just close these other ones, because when I was testing it, I just opened those ones. I'm going to not need it, any of them. At this time, if I just say, go ahead and start it here. And then now notice that it's only one. Then I go Control A to select all of them. You can also do here, select all, Control A. And then also copy, Control C. So Control C, now I copied it. I could just say copy, and let's just open WinWord. Here I could just say start WinWord to start the process, and then WinWord. I could do that one and it will start it, or I could simply type in WinWord, because it is in my path, it will just be opening that file. So now I'm going to put it on this file and say, okay, that's great, and I'm going to paste it here. And now notice this file is a Word document of everything that we captured as an output. And then now you say, well, this is great. Every command that I run and the output is there, as you can see here. One by one, the output is there. And then the build and then everything here, right? So you can save this file, and then you can just save it whatever directory you want to save it as. Or you can save file, save as, and then go to the demo directory, this PC, and then let's go to this PC, C drive, and then demo. And then I'm going to name it like my output.docs. I don't have to give the extension because it's a Word document. .docs, it's going to save it. Now I exit out of this one. So now if I go on the demo directory, clear screen and say directory, my output.star, you can see I have a .text file and a .doc. So now if I say WinWord, my output.docs, then it's going to open that Word document for me right away. So then it's great. I have this Word document. I could send it to someone, but I could also convert it to a PDF file. So you go under File and you say Export, and then create a PDF export file. So now it's going to say, where do you want to write it? Under Books Word directory? I say no, write it under the demo directory. And then under the demo, and then I'm going to just create it the same name. .pdf. I'm going to click on publish. Now the file is there. How nice is that, right? So we just captured that information. If I just close both of them and I do that directory command here, up arrow, and I say, okay, that's great. Let me just do open the PDF file, I could say start my output.pdf, and that would be that. Because a start process or a start as an alias for a start process, you could just start it off like that. So we covered that start process as last time, right? So if I say alias start, you can see it as alias for a start process. So I could have just said the commandlet, say start dash process, and then my output.pdf, I could have done the same thing, right? So this is your friend here. I showed you this on this one, but we can use the same directory with append or other commands to just add to it. Or if we just want to do the other options, let's just use the version. I'm going to say don't save it. I don't need to save any of them. And then at this time, I'm going to go using the newer version of PowerShell, which is 7.4.2. This is console. I could use Visual Studio Code to do the IDE part, or I could just do it on the console, whichever one you have a choice. So if you want an IDE, let me just go to a PowerShell directory. So I'm going to do a CD. Let me just make the screen a little bit bigger. I'm going to say change directory to C demo PowerShell. So that directory is PowerShell. I'm going to say directory start.ps1. So I have a number of PowerShell script that later on I will show you. But at this time, I'm going to do the fdemo1 and fdemo2 to show you. So if I look at the content of the fdemo1, I could say type or get content fdemo1.ps1. And similar to the type, you can do type, which is the alias for get content, also cat. Cat, like Linux command or Unix command, cat for concatenation, because alias cat I showed you last time, and alias type, or both alias to get dash content. So when you're looking at that file, fdemo1.ps1, no matter which method you used, you saw the file. So let me clear my screen and then run this one. You can see that line is, that file is there. In order to run any PowerShell program, you basically have to give a full path, which is from the C directory on to the all the way to the script directory, or relative to where you are. Relative path is this colon and then slash, meaning the current directory is dot from that one and the backward slash and then the name of the script. So this is one way to run it, say fdemo2.ps1. I'm just looking at it rather than demo1. So I'm going to write my name Wahid and say hello Wahid. Similarly, if I run this one more time and say Bill Gates, the name, it will just say hello Bill Gates. And then the hello Wahid are the different syntax. So if I say cat fdemo2.ps1, you can see that if name is matching Wahid, I say hello Wahid will come back, which was the case right here, say that. But if any other name, then it's going to say hello name. So the person's name, if I provide the demo2 a different name, let's say I call it Murtaza Ali Lutfi, notice how long I pass the argument is going to take the entire name. So if I just run it again, say Muhammad Ali Boxer, right? The greatest of all leaders. So you can see, hello, Muhammad Ali. So you can see that the script works the way you want it, but then you say, how am I going to show it to my instructor that I did this work and my script is working and everything? So you need to capture that information in this one and then send that output to your instructor. So how do I do that? I say start transcript, That's the command that you want to do. And you want to write it on the current directory. So dash path, you want to say, you can give a full or physical path to it, or you can say dot slash, meaning from the current directory. And then you could say my scripts dot text, and then that's good enough to just show that information. So at this time I say host name, and then I could run the date command, and then I could say directory of my what was the name of fdemo. So fdemo star.ps1. Those 3 files are there. Let's say you want to run the first one and the second one. You could say type fdemo1.ps1. That's the output, the script, and now you want to run it fdemo1.ps1, and that's the output, and then type or cat fdemo2.ps1, and then now run the fdemo2.ps1, and then say hello, name is Wahidullah, and then say hello Wahidullah, run it again, say Wahid, and then it says hello Wahid. If the name matches that one, it says that. But if I say Wahid Lutfi, it says hello Wahid Lutfi, because it's not matching the exact string that I said. If name is equal Wahid, which is in this case is Wahid, it says welcome back to that user. So let's just look at also fdemo2, what is fdemo3. And so cat for type fdemo3. And this one, it will say, okay, read host, please enter your PowerShell command, running your command, command now, PowerShell, and then command. So this one is taking some argument from the user, and then the output is there. So let's say I'm going to say fdemo3.ps1, and then it says enter your PowerShell command, and I say get dash alias, and then pwd. And you can see that it gives you that one, or get dash alias. This time I say get dash command, for example, and dash command type is function. So the functions are not listed. Let's do the get dash command, and then dash command type. And that command type is not showing. I'm gonna just say dash name, anything that is a name and with process. So I'm gonna say dash name that has matching the process. You can see that one. So those commands are there. And then at the same time, I say, well, I'm done with this script, and let me just capture the output. And then notice that this $ error, if I just look at the $ error sub 0, then you could see that the content of that one is empty, and then $1. But if the command failed at the time, like I did the command something like, let's say I say this, which is not a command. Now I look at the $0, then you can see the output is displayed what is on the $ error. So all the standard input, the standard output, the standard error, you can capture those information within that Start-Transcript. At this time, if I exit, it's gonna close the session, but I wanna just do a Stop-Transcript and before I exit, and then just see if the output is written here correctly or not. So this is the file that it is on that directory. My script, I'm gonna say start my scripts.txt, and notice that is the whole information here, including the errors, everything. And then I could just Control C or select all and then copy it, and then just start the word here. If I want to give it to my instructor or my friend or my boss or anything, you just capture it, send it to an email or something, you could do that one. And now this one is here. Notice all the output of the script one by one, the commands, everything when you run it. So starting from the top, you can see the script that we run, myscript.txt, hostname, algorithm, and date, and all that timestamp, and then dir of the directory, and then PowerShell. And then after, when we run the script, it give you this output, and here's the output, and everything is there, right? So you can save this one to a file, say save as, and then just go to this PC. And then if you want to just write it on the same directory, obviously, you have to go to that directory. Let me just save as, and then click here. Now I'm going to go to, I think I went to, let me just see what directory I had it here. Yeah, and demo programs PowerShell. So you have to go demo directory here, demo, and then programs, and then PowerShell. And then just on that directory, you could name it anything you want. Sounds like my output.pdf file. I think this one was a doc file, whatever the extension docs. Then you can export this one to a PDF file. And then just say create a PDF file, and then just give it program PowerShell and then the same name, PDF, and publish it. And it will open it for you right here in PDF file. Obviously, you can start dash process and the name of the file to open this file also in PDF. But you can see you have the output of the first program, the second script, and all of that. Okay. Everything is captured, including the errors that we forcefully and just generated the error, and then get the output of the $ environment variable to produce that output. And so the other thing that you could do is you don't have to be tying only this one to a PowerShell script here. So if you just decided to say, let me clear my screen here, and then I'm gonna cd to Python, cd to Python. So now you're working on a Python script, and you say directory start.py, and then you say, let's say cat hello world.py. You can see that is that script is there, or cat text to audio.py, and then that will just show you those files. So if I just want to run the Python hello word.py, I think it was, yeah. So whatever the name is there, you just say Python in front of it, it will run the script there. If you just say, then instead of Python, you cat it, you can see that it is imports OS. Then if OS the name is POSIX, which is not, and then it's going to come to NT, which is in this case is Windows NT. It clears my screen, which it does. Then it writes the date timestamp, which is this, and then at the same time it reads the stream, and then say hello world, which is that does that one. Welcome to MyWebUniversity, my YouTube channel, and then it puts the link. You can even click on the link and it opens and YouTube channel, right? Because this is you can also say start this link. It will start the browser, and that one. That's how powerful PowerShell is. You can see that we just went.
Great people are self-managed. They don't need to be managed. If they know what, if once they know what to do, they'll go figure out how to do it. They don't need to be managed at all. What they need is a common vision, and that's what leadership is. What leadership is having a vision, being able to articulate that so the people around you can understand it, and getting a consensus on a common vision. We wanted people that were insanely great at what they did, but we're not necessarily those seasoned professionals, but who had on at the tips of their fingers and in their passion the latest understanding of where technology was and what we could do with that technology.
So the reason I played this video was not to do anything but just to tell you that now you have at your fingertips all the greatest stuff that you can learn, everything online for free. And just click a button and then start learning and enjoy it. And then whether you want to read documentation or watch a video or YouTube channel, and there's a lot of tools out there for you. So you're welcome to see that one. And then right here, now we did this one, we could just run the start transcript here, start dash transcript and dash path. And I could say colon, let's say my Python script.txt. So now I did this one, I say host name, and then I run the date command /t. The /t is actually Windows command, so you could do that one. Date is good enough for PowerShell. /t would be if you're on the command prompt here. So cmd here, and you say date /t. It will give you that argument. Now I'm on the Windows directory. I could still execute my Python here, right? All the syntax of the script is there. So type hello word.py. You could see that one in Python hello word.py. You could see that same output. Now I exit out of this one. I'm inside the PowerShell. I say cat hello word.py, because cat is an alias for get content in PowerShell. It will still do this one. And then if I just want to say how many lines is there, say measure dash line, it will just tell me 13 lines. So some of the spaces may be counted or not counted, but you could see that it is accurate there. So what it is at this time I run it. Let me just run it if demo, not if demo. I'm going to say hello, hello world.py. So since the script was actually did not have a startup script and pound exclamation mark and saying that how to start a Python, when you just run it from the command line like this on Windows, it will just run the Visual Studio Code or PyCharm, something to just open the IDE for you. But we don't need to do that when we could just say Python in front of it, and it will just give you the output on the screen. You have it. So then you say stop transcript. Now we stopped it, and the output is there. So I could say start and then cut and paste this column here. And then I could just say, go ahead, open it, and you can see now everything is written here. Similarly, you can capture this information for C, C++, any other code there. And then obviously you can also do the redirection of the command. So like if you say get dash host, you say let's send this one to a file, you can do a get dash host.txt, and now type get dash host.txt. You could do that one. And if you say, what about if I want to just do this command, get dash command, and then double greater sign, redirect it to the end of it, like append it, don't override it. So now the get dash host has more information here. You can see it has the get dash host as well as the output of get dash commands here. And notice that if I do a measure here by number of lines, then you can see that there's a lot more files there. When we did a more, you could see the content of it. I hope you like this video, and I earned the credit to just get your trust so I can help you further. And please join our channel if you haven't done already. There's a lot of resources for you. Also on my website, there's a lot of resources for you. And then also on Persian, a lot of resources for you to just speak your own language and understand it until you learn English. And then understand it, you can watch these videos, and some of these videos you can translate, get yourself a job, and support yourself and your family. Take care. God bless you all. Have a good one. Bye-bye.